see you, A-Town. I see you. Trying to stretch out now, huh?
Oh yeah, he's trying to stretch out big time.
See, we get company, and now all of a sudden you want to stretch out. You know?
Just a bit.
Oh,
That may sound a little familiar to some people up here.
He said just a bit. Welcome back to the Sports Shop. The Sports Shop. Reese came back, man. We having ourselves a good time. Last hour was fire. I'm telling you, we had a good time. We having a good
Talking
time.
about Chris Paul.
Talking about Chris. That's you talking about Chris Paul finding out in the air.
His son told him, "Hey, Dad, you just got traded." I'm like, man, what?
I'm going to prom. Man, it's terrific, tantalizing Tuesday.
Absolutely it is. Yeah,
having ourselves a good time, the same as we always do. We rock it out this morning. We got D.L. Reese.
What it do, what it do, what it does.
We got the firm Pamela Thompson-Smith.
Good morning.
What up, Top Spin? We got A-Town back there behind the glass. What up, A?
Good morning.
Man, we having a good time. But you know what? I don't want to delay this any longer.
No, sir.
I mean, not at all. First of all, you know, Reese is a rap connoisseur.
Okay, here we go. Now you're trying to set me up, but here we go. Here we go. Go ahead.
Reese is a rap connoisseur,
Go
so
ahead.
I thought I'd bring in a professional. Professional to come in and set the record straight.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, we got a Durham native.
Yes, sir.
World renowned
Yeah.
all over the world.
Yeah.
DJ NABS joining us in the studio. What up, DJ
What's
NABS?
up, man? What's up, man?
Hello.
How we doing?
What's
I'm
going
doing
on
great.
with you?
Yeah, man. Great energy in here already.
Yes.
Oh, we're going to bring the fire.
we gonna
Don't you
bring the
worry
fire,
about that. Don't you worry about that. See, you didn't know you were sitting next to a connoisseur. did you?
I didn't
Matter of
realize
fact,
that. He
how
looks like
about
a
this?
rapper.
How about this? I didn't know it either. But you know, I go with it though.
He look like a rapper. Him and Pitbull, the only ball-headed rappers I know.
MC Chill. I like it.
Wow, that's
Oh,
funny.
man, you got, Durham native, you're commemorating the 50th anniversary of hip-hop.
Sure.
Yeah.
You're doing something very special here in North Carolina, in Durham, and the roots of hip-hop in Durham or in North Carolina, a lot of people don't really know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know the J. Cole's and the other stories, but
Right.
you were just educating us on some other stuff. But talk about the 50th anniversary, what you have planned, and then we're going to get into the real roots of hip-hop in North Carolina.
Well, first of all, our event is called Back When It Was Rap.
Okay.
And you can find out all the dates on nchhiphophistory.com. So I want to make sure I don't forget that.
NC history.
nchhiphophistory.com.
Got it.
NC hiphophistory.com.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
And we're having a series of events all week between Durham and Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
We're having a skate event at a place called the Fairview, so we're just going to turn that into a skate
Nice.
dance party.
Okay.
Tonight we have Pastor Troy at the Alamo in Raleigh, which is a movie draft house, and we're
Okay.
Pastor Troy and I have a brand new animation. But we're also bringing DJ Wiz in to mix movies together as
Wow.
a DJ.
Really?
Yeah. So DJ Wiz.
That's interesting.
He's from the Kid and Play back in the day in House
Okay.
Party. So we're bringing him in because that's something he's been doing for years. Him and Moni Love is a video mix party. So we're bringing back because when I first saw the rap movie, the first rap movie was in the movie theater, obviously,
Right.
and everybody was breakdancing back then. That was
That's
here. That was in Durham.
Yep.
I can't remember the theater. And so we're having a party with Mixmaster Ice from UTFO, and myself called Disco and Rap at the Durham Fruit, and we're having a panel on Wednesday at the High Tie.
Hey Ty Harrison
Harrison.
and the lead spot. Yeah, that's a good spot. Yeah.
Yes, in Durham, and we're bringing all the pioneers together from the 80s and
Okay.
90s in Durham and Raleigh to talk about hip-hop.
Oh wow,
and
that's
to
nice.
film it and share that information. So that's some of the events that we're having this week for Back When It's Rap.
Man, we rock with NABS, man. And again, I've been a fan. Glad to see you up here rocking with us on the Sports Shop. But you did talk about some people that we didn't realize that was part of this whole culture from Durham. Let's talk about that a little bit, if you will.
Sure. Well, I started in '84, so I looked up to people who were doing it already. Smokehouse, Meatball, DJ Meatball, Waxmaster Tory. I became very close with him, and he was the person that put me on the radio around '85.
Yep.
Now, Waxmaster Tory Drink is his real name. In the mid '80s, was already on radio. He had records out on B-Boy Records. Him and DJ Sound Machine. Waxmaster Tory's number one. Sound Machine's number two. Here comes the beat, and this is for you.
Yes.
And then Tory became Trey Black later, and was in
Yeah.
the movie Dangerous Mind with Michelle Pfeiffer and Gangsta's Paradise. So Tory has a song called in that movie called "Put Your Back Into It," but he went under the name Trey Black. So that's why I started with Trey in Durham, in Raleigh on air. So we're going to acknowledge him. He passed some years ago. Frosty also is a good friend of mine. I was her DJ while we were here in Durham, and she released a record called "I Need Love Now," and it's spelled "I Need LLOVE now." It was on Tommy Boy Records, and it was an answer record to LL Cool J's "I Need Love." And she's from Durham. That record's on. You can Google it. "I Need Love Now." Frosty's from Durham. And so I just want to bring those people to the forefront so that they, as well as myself, can be acknowledged for our time and our participation in rap music at the time. And we're glad that it is what it is. North Carolina's getting the attention that it's starting to get with Dreamville and of course, with big artists like J. Cole and stuff. But because it's 50 years of hip-hop, let's get to the history.
Awesome. Well, we're excited. He's in our lab, but he's usually in his own lab, DJ NABS. And I just want to talk about Waxmaster Tory briefly. Sure. I worked with him in the little bit of 89, 90, and 91.
Wow, okay.
I was an intern at 97.5.
Oh, really?
And so I was the one riding around in the vans with him with the banners.
Gotcha. So you know how it goes.
Yes, yes. Very talented. Just
Yes.
amazing gift. And we were all excited to see him go off to LA and do well.
Yeah.
So I also want you to expound on an event that you're having tomorrow. You briefly talked about it, but the podcast and who's actually going to be here in that podcast, the panel discussion. That
you talking about we'll be talking about him. Yes, yes. We'll be talking about him, Mr. Freeze. I cannot believe I did not bring my notes in here. But my let's see. Okay, first of all, I want to shout out Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze Records is where a lot of us bought our records from.
Yes.
Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, and really, a lot of people don't realize, again, even back when it was rap, you didn't go to the record stores back then to buy a hip hop record. There was no such thing. There was a rap section in the stores, and it was small, and that's where we got him. And Mr. Freeze, that's the guy I credit personally for bringing hip hop to the Carolinas because you had to have the records.
Wow.
And a lot of those independent records, a lot of those early rap records that we love, were not on national labels, so they were independent. It was very limited edition. So to have somebody who would bring them to their stores like Mr. Freeze did and others, I'm sure, you didn't get them from Tower Records and the big chains.
Yeah, you didn't get them
not
from
the
Tower.
rap records really back then. So I want to shout out him.
and you also, I think Wink Moody.
Yes, we also got Wink Moody.
Yes, he's a friend from the station. Worked with him for years, and he's still around.
There's so many people. The Butter Team. That's a crew of DJs here who's been DJing here in the Carolinas. Really, I want to say since the late '80s. The crews before us though, Strike Force Disco, Wizard of Sound. A lot of people don't realize there was a guy named Generette. He's Shirley Caesar's. She told me, actually, I met her. That's her nephew.
Oh, wow.
Generette in '84, Strike Force Disco was, and he and Peebo Fowler were the party. I couldn't even barely get into them. And anyway, that's Generette. That's Shirley Caesar's nephew. So Strike Force Disco, yeah.
This is history.
This is history.
This is.
This is history. We're talking with DJ NABS. We're talking about the 50th anniversary of hip hop. He has an event coming up back when it was rap.
Mm-hmm.
And just a little history because you've been around it so long.
Right.
Did you ever think that it would arrive in such a mainstream way as it is today? And talk about the changes in the music from then to now.
Okay, so I would say the way I describe, I'm going to take the last question first.
Go ahead.
Music, I think for me as a kid coming up and the way rap came in and I felt like it gave our generation something different to do because we love Michael, we love Whitney, we love Luther, we loved everything that happened in the 80s.
Yep.
Sure.
And so the R&B act, so I know hip-hop came like late 70s, whatever, as far as records, but in the 80s when Run DMC came and I saw Jam Master Jay, it made me want to do that. I wanted to be the guy behind the scenes and playing the music. As I got the opportunity with Criss Cross in the 90s to become their DJ, and I toured with Michael Jackson in 92. That was my first real tour. I would say
that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. The music, he had the Dangerous album. That album was
Oh, my
incredible.
goodness.
We had Jump with Criss Cross. My friends, Arrested Development, had Tennessee. I remixed that single, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Tag Team, Whoop, there it is. This was all at the same time. This was all the same
And you
year.
were the DJ?
I was the DJ for Criss Cross. Sure. And I guess to get to the music, I would say, it's gone through the evolution.
Yeah.
It's been exploited. And sometimes when things get exploited, the art and the craft and the innocence is lost.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Some music I'm with, some I'm not.
Yeah.
I
love talking because we're sports all day long, and we always talk about the changes in the game.
Yep. Back then, now,
versus now, and
style of play.
Who's a Hall of Famer, who's not. All of these kind of things. Yeah. That's why I was just interested, just you being, so ingrained into that music, that side of the music business. How you see the evolution? Like I see it from the outside looking in.
Sure.
But you seeing it from an industry on the inside. I was curious about your perspective on that.
Yeah, I stay close to the music. Yeah. The politics of the way things change, the exploitation of it, race, politics, it gets deep. It really can. And I think one of the things I like to say about music, I disagree with anyone that says that music does not have the power to influence people. I think it totally does, and that's why it's important to be aware of music and it being positive, and we don't want negative music. That's exactly. We don't want it.
Exactly.
We don't want it. I don't like you messing with my hip hop.
Listen to something that's gonna make you feel bad.
Right. That's right.
And do something bad and think bad.
Do something bad. Right.
And stay dark.
Right. Exactly.
DJing is listen, I walk in the room lots of times. This was our job. We don't know the people. We have to hear the sound above the chatter. We have to see what the vibe is. And if we're pouring bad energy out there, that's what's going to happen. If you get that good energy, you make them move. I don't even talk to people. I just make them move, because with the energy.
It's a real DJ here.
Yeah, he is. We're talking celebrating 50 years of hip hop. We're talking to DJ NABS. I have a question, taking you way, way back.
Okay.
It's actually a quote from a movie, but I love it. Can you tell us when you first fell in love with hip hop?
I definitely can. That's from what, Brown Sugar?
Yeah.
Well, the first thing that comes to mind, shout out DJ Polo. I was in the 10th grade. This is not when I fell in love with hip hop, but this is when I fell in love with DJing. He was mixing Electric Kingdom.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a record. It started off doom, 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 doom. It had toms in it. Doom, 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 bam, right? So he had the whole DJing thing is having 2 copies of a record so that you can change the record and make the record do what you want to do. So he had it going back and forth, doom, 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 switching it back and forth. And I said, oh, I want to do that. And that was the 10th grade. And I'll never forget that. I tell Polo all the time. Polo is in Greensboro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He has that 20-minute workout thing he does at lunchtime. He be rocking that thing too, boy. That's why I said, he can rock it too.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Polo can bring it, man.
Yes.
Man, I'm going to take you back, but I'm going to throw the K-Mac, we will break and come back. But I'm going to take you way back when we get back on the other side.
Oh, boy, this is going to be fun. What you got for me, A-Town?
Wow, man.
Virgin Cigars of Raleigh has the top cigars from around the world for you to smell, hold, and taste before taking them home. Receive a free gift with your first purchase. Stopping across from CarMax on Glenwood Avenue and online at virgincigarsnc.com, and be sure to ask about their private lounge. When you smoke the best with cigars from Virgin Cigars.
Man, you don't want to miss this. Reese is going to go way back with DJ NABS in the studio. Well, this guy's worked with Michael Jackson, Mariah Carey, Grandmaster Flash, DJ Brett,
Curtis Blow.
I mean,
want you to know.
Want you to know.
The breaks. See, A-Town never heard that song before.
I've heard of Curtis Blow, though.
You heard Curtis Blow?
Yes, sir.
Well, you from New York. You should have heard of
I was
that.
going to say, I hope so. but look, you work with this guy. You could have gave me this spot. You work with Bow Wow. I could have got that shit.
Oh, no, Bow Wow.
Go back on the other side. We're going to find out. Wow. Sports Shop. Reese came back. Let's go.
You're listening to The Sports Shop with Reese and K-Mac, presented by Alsco Linen and Uniform Rental Services. Alsco, the worldwide leader in linen and uniform rental services for restaurants, healthcare, the automotive industry, and industrial facilities.
It's back. 99.9 The Fan wants you to win your weight in meat. Enter by texting MEAT to 919-860-5326. We'll pick one finalist and call for a weigh-in every afternoon at 4 through June 29th. From the finalists, one winner emerges for a meaty grand prize from Original Grills, your badass grill store. Learn more at originalgrills.com and The Butcher's Market, your neighborhood butcher shop and cookout headquarters with 5 Triangle locations. TheButchersMarkets.com. Enter now. Text MEAT to 919-860-5FAN.
The Law Offices of Gregory Reno Williams, PLLC, is here to serve your legal needs in the areas of personal injury, estate planning, civil litigation, and traffic matters. Whether you were injured through no fault of your own in an auto accident, or if you need to complete or update your will, your power of attorney, living will, or trust, or if you're injured through breach of contract, contact GRW Law, where we protect the injured and counsel the uninsured. You can reach us at 919-282-4696, or you can visit us on the web at grw-law.com.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hello, I'm Brian Lane, owner of Sticks and Vines, a wine bar and cigar shop in the South Point area of Durham, North Carolina. Are you looking for a little soul in your wine bar? Do you want to get some local personal service from your cigar shop? Sticks and Vines has you covered. Sticks and Vines is an inviting, diverse, and soulful atmosphere that caters to both experienced and newbies to the wine and cigar communities. Bringing others together is our mission in more ways than one.
Sticks and Vines in the Renaissance Center at South Point in Durham. 6905 Fayetteville Road.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous.
5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Miracle Touch Auto Center has the touch to get your car fully inspected and keep yourself safe on the road. Their expert mechanics will check your vehicle from top to bottom, inside and out, to ensure that it meets all necessary safety standards for the state of North Carolina. Contact them today at 919-598-8833 or drop by their Durham location located at 1714 US 70 Highway.
Life is short, and if we spend our time suffering with pain and it takes away our joy, that's not a very good way to live.
He's right. It's hard to be happy when you're in constant pain. QC Kinetics patient Chad admits the chronic pain in his knee really robbed his quality of life.
When I was going to the traditional doctor and getting the pain pills, my smile wasn't as big as it usually is. Going to my high school reunion on crutches, it was awful.
But then Chad visited QC Kinetics. He experienced the real power behind natural regenerative treatments. Using healing properties from his own body, QC Kinetics was able to restore and repair damaged tissue, finally giving Chad lasting relief with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime.
And I'm feeling on top of the world because of QC Kinetics.
Learn how advanced regenerative medicine can help your body heal itself at QC Kinetics. Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 919-400-5473. That's 919-400-5473. 919-400-5473.
This is Gordon Miller on behalf of Miller Lending and Cary. With the Federal Reserve nearing the end of their rate hike cycle, lower mortgage rates are anticipated as soon as 2024. But what if you can't wait until 2024 to purchase or refinance your home? Miller Lending has your solution. Back in 1996, we brought our popular no-closing cost program to North Carolina, and in the years since, we've saved borrowers in excess of $5 million in unnecessary fees at closing. As one of the only true no-closing cost lenders in North Carolina to offer this unique consumer-friendly approach to financing, you'll pay absolutely nothing in the way of fees, and unlike others, we won't roll in anything to your loan amount. So whether you're in need of an FHA or VA loan, first-time homebuyer, or even just a standard conventional or jumbo loan, Miller Lending has the cost-free solution tailored to fit your individual needs. So before you spend thousands of dollars at closing for a rate you may refinance as early as next year, pick up the phone and call Miller Lending for your true no-cost loan today. In Cary, 919-447-3377, or simply apply online at millerlending.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 69551.
Now back to the Sports Shop with Reese and K-Mac on Buzz Sports Radio.
I see it.
I hear it.
I see it. Hey, look. Yeah. I'm gonna send you the DJ NABS masterclass playlist. Look,
DJ A-Town.
When you come back, you better be right. Welcome back to the Sports Shop. The Sports Shop. Reese came back.
Yes, sir.
Oh, what we do, man. Hey, this guy is blowing my mind off air. I'm telling you, this guy is blowing. You got to check him out. DJ NABS, man. We got the 50th anniversary of hip hop. We're gonna be talking hip hop right now. It's just back when it was rap.
Yeah,
is the name of it.
Yeah. And what's that website again? You mentioned
nchhiphophistory.com is where you can get the whole schedule for the week.
That's scheduled for
starting
the week,
tonight.
Man. That's right, man.
Yeah, man. So I won't even waste any more time because I got some other stuff. Man, I got tons of stuff I want to ask you right now.
But let me jump in right quick. So you should have known that he's going to be performing or doing something. Mm-hmm. When you're the drum major at the high school, you gotta be bringing the noise, man.
Drum majors and wide receivers. What? I'm trying to tell you, drum majors and wide receivers are the divas on the planet. Oh my God, they ain't never seen a microphone they don't like.
I was a wide receiver. That's why he put it out there. So anyway, and he's right. I ain't mad at that. I embrace my DVism.
Trust me. Look, I'm just a lonely trombone player in the back, just looking at all.
We need the trombone player. We need y'all.
I was a flag girl. Well, I was a flag.
We also hook up.
You was a flag girl. That's what you got to contribute to this conversation.
Man, let this man talk.
So Nab, how did you get in this space though?
The space of
rapping, DJing, rapping. Yeah, how did you get in this space?
I want to take people back to that time. You know, I'm in high school. I'm playing saxophone. I'm in the band.
Oh, sax
yeah, I'm a
too.
sax player. You know. So you know, I'm a musician.
It all fits. It all fits. It all fits. Trust me. Drum major, saxophone player, 90 DJ up there with all the girls. Oh yeah, it all fits. It all works.
You right about that.
Yeah, it all works.
Yeah. I don't know. I loving music. Wanted to be in the music business. There was no rap music business to be in back then. Not really.
That's true.
You know, you couldn't go to school for it. You couldn't find a way. So I don't know. I just found my way. I made mixtapes. I did parties. I'm known for being a very technical scratcher, very fast, on point. You know, that's just my thing. So as I graduated to performing for acts, it just became important that I drop the beats on time. You know, at the end of the day, whether it's Crisscross, Sierra, whomever, Lil Jon, I've toured with Lil Jon for some years. So I just love it, man, and I fell in it at an early age, 14.
Wow. Talking with DJ NABS, Durham native, and I want to say a rap legend himself.
Yes.
A rap legend himself. So I think you mentioned it before, but this transition from Durham, and now you in Atlanta, on the music scene in Atlanta, and you coming from Durham, this North Carolina DJ, and you coming to Atlanta, who is basically heavily influenced by the Miami sound. Talk about that early experience arriving in Atlanta in what 80s, mid 80s or whatever.
But yeah, I got there in '88, and again, Atlanta was a very Miami based and eventually Atlanta based sort of sound. A lot of heavy 808s, and coming from Carolina, you have to DJs here tend to know many styles of music.
Yeah, you
have to have go-go in your arsenal here. Obviously, hip hop, R&B, house music, line dance music, and so, well, not back then, but now. So going there, I was very well equipped. Just to be honest, when I moved to Atlanta, and I did go to college there at Morris Brown, and joined the band there. I was the Morris Brown, and I joined the 116th Army National Guard band to play saxophone for like 4 years, 9 months.
Well, he's showing out now.
I'm showing out, yeah. All survival though.
Yeah.
The music. I'm working at Amoco and the National Guard, so don't get it. I'm at the Amoco gas station, and I'm in the National Guard place.
Hey man,
so they sexy.
Hold on, which Amoco? Because I probably went by there.
On Beaufort Highway. I was there a good year. I got a bonus. Smith for 125. It was good.
That's
Shout
good.
out to Mr. Moeller. 89.
That's classic.
Oh,
it's just classic. We've all had to work there.
Yeah.
Trust me, we've all had to work there. But it's phenomenal, man. Before we let you get out of here, though, tell us about the event one more time.
Sure.
What can they expect? What can they expect to see?
Well, a few things. NCHipHopHistory.com is the website. We have it laid out pretty well. We have a skate party with 69 boys, myself, DJ Skaz. We have Pastor Troy tonight at the Alamo Draft House movie theater. We're bringing sound in there. So even though movie theaters have sound, we're DJs bringing sound. And then we're having Mixmaster Ice and I are spinning at the Durham Fruit, which I'm very excited about because that's a nice spot. It's the Durham Fruit and Produce. They changed it into a production space.
Wow.
That's not the farmers market, is it? Area.
I don't think so.
Okay, but we'll figure it out.
Yep. So Durham, myself, Mixmaster Ice, and some special guest, Sunday Tracy Lee, for his listening event. But again, everything's on NCHipHopHistory.com. I know it's not going to be easy to remember at all.
Before we let you go, I want to move real quickly
Yeah.
to you talking about something that's real close to your heart and connecting back with the homeless community, and tell us what you're doing there and how we can help.
Well, once you go to the NCHipHopHistory.com, you'll see where we partnered with an organization there to begin our fight with homelessness here. What happened is in Atlanta, I've done, you're going to like this too. I slept out 3 times called a sleep out campaign with Covenant House, and I did 2 boxing matches to raise money for Covenant House. So I've had a relationship with Covenant House.
Okay, very good.
Which serves homelessness people that's in a homeless situation. What I did learn about homelessness also through that process, by the way, I thought this was very important, that it doesn't mean, homelessness does not mean simply not having a place to live. It means you could be staying at this person's house this week, staying at someone else's the next week, this place. That's homelessness as well. You don't have a home. And a lot of people in those situations too. So that's it. So we're going to get started with that initiative throughout this week, with the organization.
Very, man. This guy's phenomenal. You come back anytime.
Yeah, man. You got to come back and rock
we
with
need more
some.
time here. Yeah.
Because you got a lot going on, and shout out to you for bringing some attention to people from this area and all the things they've done in this whole space. Because I had no idea, and you dropping names that's phenomenal, and you work with so many great people, and it's really good to have you in the studio. Shout out to Angela Ray, who reached out to me and and made this thing happen. So I appreciate that.
Man, this is great. You come back and do our North Carolina Music Spotlight once a month.
We can do something.
Yeah, we
can do something,
and we will do something.
Okay.
Now them two can't sing now.
No. She can't sing. She just don't know the words though. She can never remember words.
How do you handle these 2 guys on a regular basis?
Prayer.
Lots of it. What she got back there, A-Town?
And anyone wondering, it's the Families Moving Forward organization.
Families Moving Forward.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.